Welcome back, everyone. I am Brian. You are Chords and Notes Nation. This is going to be John Legend, all of me. This is a lyric video chosen by Dave from Parts Unknown, who does very amazing things in the wilderness. He really does. It's true. All of the stories are true. Now, we just got done watching and reacting to Mr. Faye Asan with his fingerstyle guitar cover of this song. I don't recall ever hearing this song. Dave, you said this is one of the songs you like. You know this song.
It's a good song.
So what I will do is, after this is done and up at the end of this video, we're going to post a link to that cover song. Please go check it out, because Faye is really awesome. If you're here because of that video, welcome. If you're not, if you're seeing this for the first time, please check that out. And if you are here for the first time, we were raw, honest, and unedited. Dave is a special guest. He is from Parts Unknown. Although I know where he's from, but you don't. He doesn't even know where he's from, but I know where he's from.
Not more from half the time.
And we do things differently, so just get on board, go for the ride, enjoy it, because it's all about enjoying music and just being you and not having to have all this editing and falseness that I don't like. I don't like the editing stuff. I think it just... I get it.
It can take up a lot of time.
It can take up a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time, but it
can be real phony.
And when when you're watching something, I want to see everything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to see things getting cut out, because if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. You're human.
And not to mention, you don't have a whole lot of time to sit here and edit and all this other stuff.
Absolutely.
When you work a full-time job.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. In the line of work we're in, it's kind of like a full-time plus job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. Hey, I do have a Patreon page that's going pretty well. Check that information out in the description box below. Please like, subscribe, and share. That will grow this channel. That will get any of my featured artists more exposure as well, so you're helping everybody out that way. I'm not going to go too much further into that. You guys know what to do. So here we go. Dave, I can't recall if I know this song, which is kind of why we chose the lyric videos. So let's see what's going on here.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright.
Okay, I'm pausing it right there. I normally don't pause, folks, but because this is kind of a big name artist, copyright issues, got to dance around that. So, and anyways, what strikes me the most right now is the tone in his voice.
Yes.
It's striking a... I get a little bit of chills when he hits certain notes and is able to sustain them.
Yeah.
You know.
He's really good.
Okay. Well.
My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to
Right
me.
there.
I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning.
So the other thing that strikes me is his use of vibrato is very subtle. And he's not one of those modern day pop vocalists that loves to overkill the vibrato and just be all up and down the octave.
I can't stand that.
He just gives it that little bit of warble that is just enough to kind of give you those chills, you know? So awesome.
'Cause I give you all.
Ooh, that's a nice pitch.
Of me, and you give me all of you, all How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down. I'm around through every mood. You're my downfall. You're my muse. My worst distraction. My rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing. It's ringing in my head for you. My
That's nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me
That's the part you were talking
loves
about.
Yeah.
all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. Oh, give me all of you.
Yeah.
Cards on the table, we're both showing hearts. Risking it all, though it's hard. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect
And I like right now what we're hearing, the doubling of the voice.
Yeah.
That actually underscores the lyrics pretty well.
imperfections. Give your all to me. I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. Oh.
All right, cool. So just for the audience's sake, I wanted to go with the lyric video, and Dave was very, very cool about that too. Because when I hear a song for the first time, to me it's not necessarily having to see the live performance, especially with the lyrics. I want to be able to get those into my brain, and then I can go and do a live version, which I may do on my own. But anyways, so why did you love this song so much?
That's a good question. The song itself was really good. But I just like him as a performer.
Okay.
And I like his music. You know, and for me, there's so many different types of music out there, but he just seems very, what's the word? It's hard to, I can't explain it.
Okay.
I don't even know.
There's a feel to it that
Yeah.
resonates with
I just like,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. I like this. Was there anything you didn't like about the song?
No, actually, it's a really good song.
Yeah, I agree. Because I was thinking about that. It's like, what don't I like about this song? And now it's not. I'm not out here to to be negative towards anyone. Oh, we have a guest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't mess with this guy. But when you're critiquing, not criticizing, when you're critiquing something, it's good to hey, what do I like? What don't I like?
Yeah.
And you're right. This is one of those songs where it's just
It's kind of hard not to like it.
right. So here's what I appreciated. I appreciated that it was just piano accompaniment,
Yes.
and I'm assuming
He
he's
does.
the piano player.
Yes.
Okay, so that's really good too.
If you watch a lot of his stuff, that's what mostly he's on a piano and he's just singing. A lot of what he does, he makes a lot of these songs for his wife.
Okay,
From what I've seen,
yeah,
you know.
that's really cool.
Yes.
That's
So-
because there's a genuine nature in
Yeah.
that. It's not just like sometimes you'll have artists that they're gonna write songs about their personal feelings, their personal this, personal that, and sometimes they just someone else writes the song and they grab it and they're like, yeah, I like it and we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But when you've got somebody who's writing from the heart, especially in this case, like you said, to his wife, a lot of his songs, that level of personal communication, first of all, you're exposing yourself to the world,
Oh yeah.
okay? And that takes some bravery, some courage, right? Because we
Yeah.
know what's out there. I
Yeah.
mean, even on this channel, the things that I've had to deal with, it was like, really? You've got nothing better to do than say that? But for somebody who's probably a world famous performer,
Yeah.
because I don't know him, that's a big deal, but that also brings sincerity, and that's something that stood out in the way he sang it and in the lyrics themselves. There was a
Yes.
certain sincerity that is hard not to like.
Yeah.
You actually almost have to go out of your way mentally to find something not to like about it.
I mean, I'm sure people could,
Yeah.
but I would find it's really hard to.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
honestly.
His vocal control
Yeah.
was absolutely
amazing,
wonderful.
yeah.
It didn't feel like he was fighting himself.
No.
Sometimes you hear these singers that are they have very strong vocals, and it's very it can be abrasive at times. There's just something about it where when you have somebody, I'll put it to you this way, like we were talking about with Faye's playing, where it was just smooth. There's a calmness, there's a mastery and a control over it.
Yes.
Okay, where he knows it inside and out, and all he has to focus on is putting his soul into what he's doing. Same thing with John, right?
Yeah.
He is so masterful and controlled with his singing.
Very calm.
Very calm. You'll notice, like what I have noticed is with some of these independent artists that I react to, early in their career, you can feel that tension in their singing because they're still learning to master their voice. They're still learning to master their craft. So that's what I was talking about, like fighting themselves. Like they wanna push all of their talent and skill out there, but you don't
Can
need
be too much.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
You only need what you need in order to make the song happen the way it's you envisioned it. So yeah, I mean the voice to me was very calming, very soothing. It's one of those. It's an attractive voice.
Yeah.
Okay, like what do I mean by that? Okay, well, it's one that you want to hear.
Yeah.
It's not one that you listen to once in a while and say, oh, that's cool. There are voices that I've heard that are like, yeah, it's okay, but like in a band or something. And it's like,
Some people can have
You
they'll
know-
sing a song, but they don't have the voice for the song.
right.
They can do a song a disservice.
Yes. Agreed. And then you start thinking like, well, and this has happened to me, regrettably, where I'm thinking about, you could probably use this vocalist over that vocalist.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into that way of thinking because as I'm going down this road of focusing mainly on independent artists and trying to get away from what the corporate musical world is telling you, this is what you need to listen to. I have to break that programming in my mind that everything has to be at this level in order for it to be good.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be.
Because that's an impossibility.
Right.
What's most important, and you've heard me say this many times, is that music is a blessing from God. And all of us have some sort of musical voice. And why is it a blessing? It's a blessing because it transcends so many barriers. Color barriers, gender barriers, age barriers, language barriers. It even transcends species barriers. I ever tell you that time when I was living up north? You guys don't need to know where that is. And then early in the morning, I'd go down to the lake with my acoustic guitar, and I would sit there and I'd listen to the birds. And my thought state of mind was, I'm gonna listen to what the birds are singing, and I'm gonna try and play that.
Right.
Because I don't know, whatever reason, I felt like it. And I started doing that. And then I realized when I played, they got silent. And I'd try and mimic what they did, and then they would call back to me. And then I would do that, and they would call back. They heard the notes, they heard the vibrations.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just had this sense that there was some level of communication going on there.
Yep.
That wouldn't have happened with my own voice,
No.
but it happened when I was playing the guitar strings. And so that's what I'm saying, whereas music, I think, even transcends the species barrier as well.
What you're saying right now, we
Yeah.
can take that into a whole different video.
Uh-oh. I think things are about to get squatchy around here. Anyways, that's all I have. Anything else you want to? Okay, great. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for spending your time with us here in Chords and Notes Nation. And God bless you. Jesus loves you. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.